It has been said business and blood don't mix. Some of the most public corporate battles in Canada have involved family members sparring over ownership. Consider the Irving brothers, Canadian Tire's Billis family, or the McCains. There's even research to suggest family-run businesses are less profitable. Harry Rosen turns those stories and that theory on their head. Harry Rosen founded the men's clothing retailer in 1954. With $500, Harry opened a made-to-measure shop in Toronto. Today, it's a global powerhouse in luxury menswear. 16 stores across the country carry the best in high-end brands: Armani, Hugo Boss, Burberry, Tom Ford, among others. At each location, the store's clothing advisors have adopted the same customer model, that Harry started. That is, maintaining a detailed database of each buyer's measurements, special requirements, and style preferences. In 2000, Harry handed the reins over to his son, Larry. That included 700 employees and annual sales of about $300 million. I recently sat down with Larry, and here is that conversation. Who's your target? Who do you want to be coming into your stores and buying stuff?
We call, believe it or not, we call our targets MOPEs: managers, owners, professional entrepreneurs, professional athletes, entertainers. I add those to that, and anybody who aspires to be or wants to buy gifts for people like that, or I mean, basically, it's leaders.
Is it the man who buys, or is the female? Is the female an important target for you too?
Well, women are big influencers. I mean, men dress for women, I mean, often, so they're big influencers in the purchasing decision.
Psychographically, do the men in your target need to have an affinity for fashion, an affinity for the aesthetic? Because I fit your description, but I don't go to your store.
Ouch.
Yeah, sorry, because I'm too cheap.
Well,
I'm too cheap.
It's, you know, listen, a lot of our clients have a great sense of style and enjoy fashion, but I think it's more than, it's about, I mean, really it's about confidence and image in the workplace. We're more about that. You know, I mean, somebody who wants to dress conservatively, like an accountant, can still dress very stylishly, but in that manner. An architect may dress in a more modern manner. So it really isn't about fashion, it's more about style.
The competitive landscape in this country has been something to see in the last couple of years, and it continues to heat up with the arrival of Nordstrom's, Holtz on Bloor. How would you characterize that dynamic today versus even 3 years ago?
Yeah, well, it's interesting. I mean, suddenly everybody's discovered Canada. I mean, you know, Nordstrom's, Saks is also coming. We had a lot of time to prepare for that, you know, because it was announced well in advance, and we really sat down and strategized, and we started out, our first initiative was we developed our $100 million capital expansion plan to make sure that every store in our Harry Rosen organization, all 17 of them, were state-of-the-art, and we're just about complete that. We've got 1 or 2 left that we're working on now, and to make sure that our stores are state-of-the-art. And then we sat back and we said, you know, why would people want to choose us, and how can we turn this increasing competitive landscape into an advantage? And we said, you know, basically we have to take advantage of the fact that we're menswear experts. All these new players are basically women's wear stores with a little men's adjunct. And we said, you know, let's take advantage of the fact that we've been here for 62 years, that Canadians don't have a tradition of buying tailored clothing in a department store.
How do you use data in a way that might surprise me? And I ask because historically there's this whole urban mythology about the card at Harry Rosen, and they keep your sizes and all that kind of detail. Do you use it in unique ways?
Yeah, well, listen, that's how my father started, with the cards, keeping notes. And today, obviously, everything's computerized and we use analytics. But our principal use of data is to help I mean, we're one of the real relationship-based selling organizations. We really focus on earning clients' trust. And we use the computer to help advise our associates on ways in which they can service their customers, what type of events, what kinds of products they would be interested in. And the computer can do that very quickly. And when you have a large a portfolio of clients, it can be very, very helpful, make an associate more effective.
Given that, how do you approach e-commerce? Because your sales associate is not there when you're at your computer at home trying to decide which tie to buy.
Well, I'm really glad you asked that, because we are really working on, I mean, the whole thing with e-commerce is this impersonalness, and we're really working on a whole new system to make it much more personable. And we've developed, we're letting each of our associates develop their own personal website where people can chat with them. We want to bring the expertise of our clothing advisors onto the web, and we've got a whole new initiative to do that. We want to be the first retailer in the world to do that, and we're launching it this spring. We're piloting it right now, and so far it's been amazing.
Has e-commerce put pricing pressure into the category that wasn't there?
No, not really. I mean, there is definitely more price-conscious customers searching online, and you know, when we have a very, very well-priced item on sale online, they sell very, very well. But there's all sorts of different customers online.
Canada doesn't have a lot of storied retail brands of our own. Roots was one of them. They have accepted an offer. How do you assess those kinds of offers? And don't try and tell me you don't receive them.
I receive lots of them.
Sure.
In fact, because we're one of the great luxury menswear brands in the world, and as big an operator as we are, we get a lot of interest. But we're a 62-year-old family company, and it would break our hearts, the whole family, to have to ever sell it. So we're not going to, and we're committed to multi-generational management and working towards that.
So you have 3 sons, 2 have pursued business. How long until they take to that showroom floor?
You know,
Time's ticking here.
time is ticking. I'm still a young man. I think out of consideration to them, I'll defer on that question.
But that's the vision. Like, you, multi-generational, that's the vision.
You know what? My father founded this company in 1954. I took over as CEO in 2000, and yes, there will be more Rosens in the company.
What is something that you're really excited about for the next 5 or 10 years for the company?
You know, I'm excited about the fact that in this new competitive landscape that we've figured out a lot of ways of really turning it to our advantage. You know, the way we've really focused in on improving our stores and taking, what's happening is called clustering. All the major shopping malls are becoming more important, taking larger share of market. And we made sure that we planted great stores, and we're spending more and more on training our people to make sure that our service advantage is that much higher. And I'm just excited. I love a fight, and we're determined to work it. We got 1,000 employees, and they all share the pride, and we're all going to make sure that we win this battle.
How much time do you spend on the floor? Do you like being on the floor?
Every Saturday I go around our stores. I talk to customers, talk to our associates. I was just in Vancouver a few days ago. I'm in Calgary next week. I get out to the stores a lot. I love it.
Thanks for joining us today.
It's a pleasure, Bruce. Thank you for having me.